Psalm 127.2, it says, "It is in vain that you would rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives to his beloved sleep." A lot of times when you go to work and you're working beyond your period of, I say, quality, and you just keep toiling and keep toiling, what happens is it's actually negative energy, negative results. It's best to just come, put it in at the end of the day, as some of the speakers said, and come back another day. God will give you rest. So we want to rest. In Psalm 46:10, he says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." Some of the things you can do in looking at that, you can start meditating, a few minutes of practice per day. You can breathe deeply, take a minute to take a breath, focus on that. Let me see. This is the next slide. I'm not sure. Okay. So yesterday we took a walk in the woods, 11 of us. And actually we had a little adventure because we had a fallen tree. But that's the in vain thing that you would do, working when you should be resting. So how it works is you need to connect the natural environment with the environment that comes in your home, the home environment, your work environment. How it works is some sort of interrelationship, it says, with your natural environment that could indirectly affect your sleep by affecting your well-being and the activity levels, which is important to healthy sleep. It says your mental health and exercise, you should go into sleep. Also, a positive natural environment could directly impact sleep by providing sufficient light and appropriate temperature for a healthy sleep-wake cycle. Remember they talked about the circadian rhythm, that we as humans are naturally awake in the daytime and should sleep in the nighttime. And when, unfortunately, there's some people that need to work on a night shift. I know at one time I did. And it does disrupt your system, and it does have a lot of negative effects. People with less access to natural amenities and green space, those people that live in a lot of cities where there are no parks or not access to the parks and whatnot, are at higher risk for feeling like they did not get enough sleep. And this link was particularly strong in men and for adults that are over 65. Okay. Let's see. Okay. As humans, we have 5 basic senses: sense of smell, sense of taste, sense of hearing, and sense of touch. Which is the first one we are become aware of? Which sense do we sense first? I like that. Play on words. Which sense do we sense to? Okay, touch. Absolutely. Touch helps us to understand and perceive the world, all right? And do you realize they used to do studies on people in orphanages and whatnot, where there were people that didn't get touched and people that did get touched, and then they found that the people that didn't get touched, what happened? They didn't thrive, they were sickly and whatnot. We need to be touched or hugged at least 4 times a day. It's a way, oh. All right. The touch includes the pressure we put, the temperature, the light touch, the vibration. Touch also includes pain. It tells us when something's wrong or if somebody is inflicting pain. But it's important to our well-being, and it conveys compassion where we are able to touch someone. And that was a study that was done by Harvard and Yale psychologists, and MIT professor also agreed with it, but you know. Sight is something that we really don't want to do without, but what happens when we lose our sight? Fortunately, our other senses become enhanced, which is a good thing, right? And they compensate for that loss. So our hearing and our touch and smell helps us. Sense of smell. We have over 400 receptors. Animals have more, but we are able to modulate where we can pretty much do almost as good as they are. And however, illness such as depression, schizophrenia, and, and even old age can lessen our ability to smell. All right. Taste, we have 4 different receptors or perceptions of taste: salty, sweet, sour, and bitter. And because of this Southwestern culture that we're having with all this hot sauce and everything, they're beginning to cultivate a 5th one called savory. Who knew? And according to the National Library of Medicine, but the brain is what aids in all of our senses. So we count on our brain to help us. It brings it to that. We want to talk about, there are barriers to relaxation and rest. We're going to talk about barriers to relaxation and rest, and then we're going to talk about aids to relaxation and rest. The thing is, I need 6 volunteers to do this. Now, don't volunteer, I may choose somebody. Okay, come on up. Come on up. 6 volunteers. 3 on each side. Now, 1 volunteer will be a recorder. We have the tasks. So one with 2 topics. One will be the obstacles to relaxation and rest. The other will be the aids, the things that we can do to help it. And we will look at it in our home environment, and we will look at it in our work environment. And the reason I'm giving you this task is because you all have gone through at least 4 sessions on rest, and you've heard all of this already, okay? So you should be able to teach us, okay? So the recorder will write the information. I need 2 reporters on each side. I'm still missing 1. Do I? Oh, you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Pat. Who's going to be the recorder? You'll be the recorder. Then you're 2 reporters. Now, the thing is, I will give you a chance for cheats. On this side, you have this, all of these people on this table can get you the information. You're the reporter, so you go get the information. If you, whatever you don't know, the recorder is going to write down what you say, okay? Let me see which task you have on this side. You have aids to rest. So you got that on this side. On this side, you have, whoops, the obstacles. So you're going to be the recorder. Then the 2 reporters are going to have all of these people on this table to help you in case you can't think of enough. Because the side that actually comes up with the most quality answers to this, solutions and steps, will be the winner, and they get first choice at whatever's back there, okay? Yes, you sit there and you record what your reporter. So the reporters, have at it. You're going to get the information. And you bring it back to your recorder. We'll have 20 minutes. Okay. How many of you remember Dr. Geneva McCleary? I met her many, many years ago when I first attended Fit4You with Gwen Foster, Alphonsi Austin, Janetta, and Dr. Geneva McCleary. One of the things I noticed about her first was her sense of humor. She loves a joke and she loves to laugh. She loves to laugh because she's not with us here, but she's probably thinking of us because she's, hmm? And so I want to take you back to a workshop that she did. And some of you may have been here for that. She did a laughter workshop. Do you remember it? She had a Tickle Me Elmo doll, which is a bright red, funny looking thing. And that, I don't know, it was either the year after or that same year where this was all a buzz in terms of Christmas presents for little kids. And this little thing, which probably would have only cost about $40, people were paying as much as $400 and $500 because they couldn't get it. It was missing. So Tickle Me Elmo was the one thing on everybody's shopping list. She brought this Tickle Me Elmo doll in, and she stood here and she says, laughter is the best medicine. You really need to laugh because it helps you. It releases these endorphins and whatnot. And she would stand there with this doll, and when it would laugh, it would, and then she would go, and she would do it. And one of the things about laughter, it's infectious. Have you noticed? When you start laughing, it just makes you want to laugh again. When you laugh, you reduce your blood pressure by 10 millimeters. When you laugh, it helps your heart. When you laugh, it reduces the mood, the depression. There are so many things. They've done studies. I'm going to read some of it in a minute here. Wait a sec, don't do anything yet. So laughter is the best. Years ago, I used to read the Reader's Digest, which had a section on laughter is the best medicine. If I didn't read anything else, I always read that. I'm going to show you, now they come up with something that sort of, to me, I think Dr. Geneva had the idea first, but it's called laughter yoga. Have you heard of it? It's becoming the rage now. And I'm going to show, and everybody's going to get to do this. It's funny. Anyway, laughter helps reduce the stress hormones produced in the hypothalamus section of the brain, lowering blood pressure, reducing the risk of heart attacks and stroke. Significant reduction can occur in minutes and last for days. According to Dr. Burke of Loma Linda School of Medicine, findings show that the physiological effects of one single hour session of viewing a humorous video appear to last anywhere from 12 to 24 hours in different individuals. This leads us to believe that by seeking out positive experiences that make us laugh, we can do a lot with our physiology to stay well. Ultimately, laughter is about breathing, and breathing's not a contraindication to life, just the opposite. Research carried out in 2013 in a kidney dialysis hospital in Australia showed that 30 minutes of laughter yoga session every 2 days for 30 days actually helped the people. The American Medical Journal, as I said, showed that it was reducing the blood pressure by 10 millimeters. Duke University study did this, and there's a famous book by this Manarian guy, The Effect of Laughter Yoga Exercises on Anxiety and Sleep Quality in Patients Suffering from Parkinson's. Has a tremendous effect. Laughter improves health by reportedly reducing the secretion of endorphins inducing the secretion of endorphins and reduce pain and promote the feeling of happiness. Endorphins is the body's natural painkiller. Also, it decreases muscle tension. Joking and laughing reduces the hormones in epinephrine and cortisol, which leads to to relaxation. The benefits of laughing, pain relief, muscle relaxation, reduce anxiety and depression, and improve respiratory system function, and greatly improves the sleep quality, either directly or indirectly, particularly in Parkinson's patients, which is interesting news. I don't know if they won that show, but I enjoyed that. But one of the things, you notice what the audience was doing? What was the audience doing? Laughing. I mean, it totally engaged them, and they were laughing because that's the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. Who knew you could train cats to that level? Hollywood's going to use them a lot. They're going to make a lot of money. Really will. All right, so we will go to the next one. So the next, yeah. Did it show? Yeah. So we saw some of the things, and you all had them in some of your answers here, planning for a restful sleep. So right now, you should be really relaxed because you've laughed, you've done some thoughtful thinking about the environment and how you can plug into the environment, taking a walk, just sitting out and meditating, creating your own special environment. Enjoy and engage in laughter. And like I think some of my roommates, what we do at night, you wake up and you can't sleep, have your notepad next to you, take notes and whatnot, so you don't try to mull it through and try to hold on to it till the morning because you know you will have forgotten it, because I know I do. Uh, Deep breathing is good. Take a mental vacation. Sometimes we can't get away when we need to, but sometimes you can just do a mental one where you can remember being out on your boat or being in that summer place you go to on the shore, and you can just think what it felt like. You can do this mental kind of thing. Be sure to exercise early. Now, they're telling us not to exercise at 6 o'clock, right? They're saying exercise throughout the day, but not 2 hours before bedtime. You want to allow everything to calm down again. Warm bath, comfortable bedding. Shut off those electronic devices. Actually, they're telling us not to have any in our room if you can help it. These are some wonderful aids that we're seeing here. Consuming teas and whatnot, no reading in bed, soft music, dark room, prayer, reading the Bible. And I think yesterday we found out if you have a higher count of sheets, that was the, I love this. Intimacy with your husband, that'll help. Okay. In the work environment, we know listening to choice music, relaxing music sometimes. And you know, a lot of places they used to, even in the elevators, have that. I forget what that company was. What was elevator music? Oh no, uncluttered desk. Because generally, if you have a cluttered desk, you usually have a cluttered mind. You can't really, focus. Scenic route on the way. Yeah, don't go down, the major routes because traffic. Use essential oils, diffusers. Drink some sort of tea that's real. I think I heard chamomile and things of not chamomile. That's going to put you to sleep at work, but a nice tea that's relaxing. And one of the things that Leah did last couple of years was standing at your desk. No more. Don't sit all the time. Drink a lot of water. Have good relationships with your colleagues. Avoid those you don't, or if you can, and carry healthy lunch to work. Use your Fitbit to monitor your heart rate. That's a good one because you can fit in a lot of things and make a to-do list to stay organized. Now, I need your vote. I want to thank my 6 volunteers, but who do you think had the most quality? Let's go over here. This is obstacles to rest. Can we have a show, an applause? Come on, I'm here. Come on. Okay. Now we have the aids to rest. Come on. It sounds almost the same. But I think the obstacles, maybe because there are more obstacles to rest, I don't know. but I'm going to award it to this side. So they get first choice, and then the other group gets whatever is left. Thank you so much for your participation. It was fun. I really appreciate that. There are a lot of Psalms that come out, a lot of texts that come out of the Bible there, if you are interested with that and you are rest. And I think throughout the week you heard many other speakers speak of a lot of the different passages in the Bible that can be found that address rest. So if it's addressed that many times in the Bible, it must be important. Maybe we should take it to heart. Okay. And I have my sources in the back after that, but I'm going to leave that screen up because some people want to write those down if they want. And are there any? Hmm? No, that one's not in my handout. Are there any questions in the end that you need, or any comments you want to make about this? As I said, this environmental and rest is about calming and relaxing you, about making you tune into your heart, your body, to know what are the things that you can do physiologically that can cause you to relax. You don't need outside stimulus. You can work from within. The laughter, just meditating, walking in nature, all of these things coming from within you. We have to sort of focus and bring ourselves to that.